How safe is your neighborhood? That is the question a 2 News investigation is answering tonight.
Natalie Tendall spent 2 months going through crime data from the city of Dayton. She's here now to show us what she found. Natalie?
Well, we're talking hundreds of thousands of crime data entries from 2013 and 2014. From that, I uncovered what neighborhoods have the highest number of crimes, what the most popular date to commit a crime is in Dayton, and who's doing it. When it comes to picking out a community to live in, there's one thing most every family looks at: safety and neighborhood crime.
If people are afraid to live or work or do business in an area, then why be here?
2 News Investigates dug through thousands of crime entries from the past 2 years from the City of Dayton Police Department. We wanted to know just what kinds of crimes are happening in the biggest city in the Miami Valley and where.
We've had a few guys doing bad things.
With assaults, vandalisms, and breaking and enterings, the neighborhood with the highest number of reported crime is Old North Dayton. It's home to a portion of Eastwood Metro Park and Dayton Children's Hospital. Does that surprise you?
No.
Barry Hall is the president of the Greater Old North Dayton Business Association. He knows crime is a problem in the area. He's been trying to fight it for the past 8 years. What is it about this area that's attracting crime?
A lot of rentals, because when you take ownership, you don't have as much crime. But obviously, and everybody knows this, but drugs drives everything. Drives 90% of the crime.
Hall tells me their most violent crime has dropped significantly by getting the community involved in spotting it and reporting it, not just to police, but to each other.
That's a fairly dense area.
Sergeant Colin Patterson used to patrol this area. He says the size of Old North Dayton contributes to the number of crimes.
We see a lot of property crimes, so we see a lot of thefts from motor vehicles, people breaking into cars. We also see a lot of breaking and enterings. That's where people will break into garages or sheds. And we also occasionally get a fair number of burglaries.
While Old North Dayton takes the top spot for number of crimes, the neighborhood with the highest number of serious crimes, such as aggravated assaults and armed robberies, is clear across town in Westwood. The data we obtained shows it had 5 murders reported in the past 2 years. That's more than any other neighborhood in Dayton.
During 2014, they actually had a spike in residential burglaries.
If you're down in the Oregon district, make sure you're locking up your car. Its highest crime is theft from motor vehicles. Downtown Dayton's is simple assault. Dayton police monitor crime stats on a daily basis and put more police officers in the areas with the most crime. They're constantly working to bring those numbers down. 2 News Investigates dug a little further into the data to find out what month and day the most crime is being committed. While you may not be surprised to know the warmer months of June, July, and May have criminals out and about more,
Even our criminals don't really like to get cold.
the day you're most likely to see or be a victim of crime does not follow that trend. For 2 years in a row, it's New Year's Day.
Generally with January 1st, we have a lot of people going out and celebrating. So we have a lot of people that are going to bars. They may leave their cars unlocked, so there's an opportunity there. You also have a number of people who may be partaking a little too much in the celebration, so we can run into things like drunk driving or accidents or fights at bars.
The data shows males committed 60% of the crimes we look through. Their top offense was simple assault. Females accounted for 40% of the crimes. Their top offense was residential burglary. But no matter where you live, police say there's always going to be areas of crime. But if you're lucky, you'll have a neighbor like Barry Hall willing to fight it.
We're going to get you. If you're going to have to do that, you better get somewhere else, because we're going to clean it up.
Now, my investigation continues online. Go to WDTN.com to find a searchable map we created that lets you see what crimes happened in the Dayton neighborhood you visit or live in. We've also put some additional top 5 lists online that will show you the neighborhoods with the least amount of crime reported in Dayton and the top types of crime reported throughout the city. Natalie Tendall, 2 News Investigates.
And as always, if you ever have an issue that you'd like us to look into for you, simply email us at 2newsinvestigates@WDTN.com.